Tom Cruise didn't look anything like Lestat, but I'll tell you what I think happened. I think Tom did his very best to be that character. I think he had a great deal of respect for what was written in the book, and David Geffen, the producer, did too. And Tom really brought Lestat's personality into that movie. He got it. And, you know, the mystery of Tom Cruise is that he's actually a much better actor than people give him credit for. And he's very conscientious about what he does. And he really got Lestat. He brought that star power that he has to my hero. And when I saw the movie, I was just knocked out by what he did. I felt I was watching my characters up there.
Now, I thought Brad Pitt was excellent.
Yeah, Brad Pitt was very successful as Louis because Brad Pitt hated the movie and hated everybody and didn't want to do it. As we hear, you know. But that translated as Louis's melancholy and angst about being a vampire. So if it works, you know.
Can you say anything about future movie things, or?
Oh, well, Universal Studios wants to reboot what they call the franchise, and that's all the vampire books. And we are going to be having our first creative talks in November. I want to sit down with everybody involved and tell them what I think the readers want and what I think would work here. And yeah, thank you. Really appreciate that. And it's amazing how long we've gone on negotiating before we got to this point. And the reason was because the negotiations could fall through at any point. But we're finally there with the negotiations, and so we're going to have these meetings. And I'm very relieved that the script that got us to this point with Universal is the script written by my son, Christopher Rice. And he really did a bang-up job of writing what his mother wanted. But he'd probably be so upset if he heard that I said that. Because the truth is, I dragged him to the table. I said, look, I want you to do this script. I want you to do it on spec. Nobody's got the money to pay us. You just got to do this script. And he didn't want to do it. You know, he said, they're not going to take me seriously, Mom. You know, it's never. And I said, do it, do it. You don't know how bad the scripts are that have been done on this stuff. And finally, when he saw one, you know, it was not a bad person or a badly written script, but it was just not the Vampire Chronicles. He saw that and he thought, oh, wow, I get it. He sat down and he wrote a script for The Tale of the Body Thief, which was the book they wanted to begin with at that point. And I functioned as a producer, just telling him giving him all kinds of advice. And he really wrote a bang-up script, and that's what got Universal to come to the table. They read that script, and there they had something that would make, as they put it, let me see if I can get this right, a 4-quadrant tentpole movie, because, you know, wow. It's a big, you know, whatever. And it was Chris that did that. And so now, of course, the deal's almost done. I think they're getting calls from people all over who want to do scripts and want to tell them their ideas. But we're going to have our meeting with them in November, and I think it'll go well. This is a collaborative process. You can never tell what's going to happen. You can sit down with people, they can smile at you, pour your sparkly water for you, and just listen to you, and then go off and do something so different from what you want that it just breaks your heart. And I found that in any collaborative adaptation of these works, whether it's a musical, whether it's a movie, whether it's TV, whatever it is, that can happen. And so it's going to be painful. But I'm going to try to not become hysterical and just, you know, and work with the people involved. Imagine Entertainment, they are the people who really want to produce it. It's Brian Grazer and Erica Huggins, and they are great movie makers, and I believe they want to do it right. They had to get Universal to come in because Universal's the big studio, the money, the distribution, everything. And it's worked, and we've actually, after years of talking, we've got everybody in place wanting to do this. So I hope it's going to work. I think it's worth the pain, let's put it that way, because we might get really great movies out of it, and they might cast Pee Wee Herman, you know? I love Pee Wee Herman, by the way.
He was a vampire.
I really love Pee Wee Herman.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer, he was a vampire.